Okay, welcome to week 4 of the iRacing INDYCAR Open Series. Following the official series, we're here at Sonoma Long, NASCAR Long, I guess it's called. Um, Really interesting track. We'll see how it goes. I've not been the best at saving my tires in practice, and I am on the alternate tires, so the softer, grippier tire compound compared to Andrew, the 3 car that's right next to me, who qualified on pole. So we'll try and get ahead right at the start of the race. Hopefully we're not stuck behind Andrew too much. I'm running around 15.5s in the alternates and then 16.5s on the primaries. So that's about when I'm going to be looking to switch over. I don't think it's going to be a full stint, but this is going to be my first full race outside of just getting some practice in. So we'll see how it goes. I've been struggling a bit with getting the setup to kind of activate, but we'll see. It's a race that'll be fun. Drinking the Hardywood Cosmic Sheep Mullet. So a delicious Imperial IPA for this race. Not a lot of opportunities to take a drink, so let's go ahead and get one in before we
get ready, going.
before we take off here. But let's go ahead and turn the engine map down. Leaders fully in control here, so I'm just going to keep an eye on them. I'm sure as soon as they've straightened out, they're going to get on it, so let's just wait. I'm watching the orange arrows right in front of me. There he goes. Really don't want to let Russell in here, so I'm going to try and hold the inside going into the next corner. Really good run there. Just holding the inside. All right, let's get some speed here out of 2 and try and get away. Gonna have to make up some time on them. The tires really sketchy these first few laps. Jesus, okay, let's go, come on. Braking a little bit earlier than I am. That's fine, that's not a big deal, but we have lost, 8/10 now to Andrew ahead, so expecting some earlier braking here. Car on the left, what the fuck, okay. Let's just run wide, too wide. That is far too wide. Okay, looks like we got some room behind us, so let's just get on the brakes. No dives up the inside, so that's great. Let's just go ahead and get on the throttle out of here, and we'll let Francis go ahead and try and tackle Russell up ahead, but Andrew really pulling away. Great run from Andrew there. It's like Russell's getting a little defensive in their driving. Oh man, pushing wide. That's 2 incident points already. Francis going for the inside. I'm pushing way too wide, really beating the tires up. Come on. No, that's damage. That is damage. My wing is fucked. No. That's way too wide. All right, that's that wheel damage. I'm really fucked now. Okay. Let's just see how it goes. Doesn't mean the race is over, but wow, just got too close to the wall there, obviously. That is lap 1 of 39. So, oh, shit. Definitely going to be able to get the wing damage repaired. This is going to be 5 extra seconds in the pits. There are a lot of left-hand turns here, so I think my race is just fucked.
Keep to the left.
Ooh, got another car off, so kind of focused up a bit. I don't want to say I was really ticked off at myself for hitting the wall, but definitely focused up a bit and needed to calm down a bit and just not talk during that. Definitely caused some damage. I am running pretty slow. I think most of the damage is going to be the wing. I did take some wheel damage, so I'm not going to pretend like I can just take corners like I could, but it's hard to tell if it's just the aero balance being upset or how beat up that tire is. I think we'll see a bit more as we go into the pits and can see what's the tread life remaining on that tire. So, had a few cars go off. I was in 7th place, kind of holding position, now up in 5th, just from other cars going off. I do think Frankie behind me might be able to make a pass. He's certainly been catching up over time. Not a huge amount, but certainly enough that I would expect him to pass not too far away. I'm not going to fight too hard. Vincent behind It's one of the cars that spun in front of me, was putting some time on me, so I expect them to catch up as well, depending on how beat up their tires are, and we'll just kind of take it from there. Right now, just trying to make it to the point where I can pit. Gonna lose that 5 seconds for a wing change and switch to the primary tires. So just trying to put the best lap times up that I can. The top 5 are pulling away from me. 8th and 7th also closing on me pretty quickly. A top 10 would probably be a good finish here at this point, where I definitely started the race thinking a podium was extremely likely. It was up to me to make a mistake to lose the podium, and it didn't even take me a single lap to do so, which is a real bummer, but it's 100% on me. So Frankie, 7/10 behind. Let's see how they do coming out of here. They seem to have a lot more grip, which makes a lot of sense. They got a full front wing. I do not, so 5/10 behind. Dive will not occur. I do have to brake a little bit early going into every corner, just due to that lack of front downforce. But the 2 cars ahead, Daniel and Lucas, battling a little. That downshift and needing to kind of come off the gas there really impacted me. A bad line through the S's. Normally just wanting to lift the throttle a little to get the car rotated. But let's just keep bringing this around. So when can I pit? I need 57 liters of fuel to finish the race. Still got all 10 push to passes. Should be solid with that fuel load. I do need to switch tires. I do need to flip my tires to primaries. I have not done that yet. So let's see as we get through here. Do make up a lot of time on... Oh, no. Did make up a lot of time on Frankie through there. That's going to cost me. I think that's going to give Frankie the pass. Going into turn 7 there, that really tight double apex hairpin. With all the grip Frankie has coming out of here, they're on the button. I'm going to defend the inside. And braking my normal braking point, I probably could have just stayed in my normal spot, because now I'm going to have to slow down coming out of here. Frankie getting Vincent right on their tail, so they're going to be battling each other perhaps. Frankie right between Vincent and myself. So want to stay on the throttle here, try not to use too much front steering. I don't know how damaged that front left tire is, but I certainly hit it into the wall. That's not going to help, but I'm just stay on the gas and not spin there. I'm just bring it around. So let's get back on the throttle. Let's get out of here, because these straightaways, they're both going to have a good run on me. And Vincent not too far off, Frankie behind. That is kind of exciting. But let's just see how this goes as we come into a more technical section. Frankie getting ahead, 6/10 back to Vincent. Vincent playing it safe, not wanting to do too much here. Nick EB. Hey, Nick. Not joining Discord because I am running my race. I am talking to everybody, so if you happen to see this video, this is why I'm not joining Discord. I will tell you no over voice chat if you text me or send me a message via text. So 2/10, can't really make a dive through there. Want to not leave too much room, but need to leave myself an escape route. There's a fine balance between leaving a way out if someone's going to dive and come in on you, which is just going to depend on how you're approaching the corner, and leaving enough room that it looks like you are letting them by, or leaving a gap, in which case someone is just going to go for it. So they're both fighting now into this heavy braking zone. Wow, a lot of grip there from Vincent. I'm running wide, getting on the throttle. Vincent going to be right up on my tail, likely to get a pass this lap, especially with how they just made a piecemeal of Frankie there. There is not room on the inside. There is one line through there. So we would have both lost a ton of time with that move. But this is a tough track to pass at, so in some ways you do need to kind of make your own lines. Where did Vincent go? I don't know what happened there. I saw Vincent disappear. I hope I did not cause an incident. If you think I was blocking, clearly I'm in I'm in my headspace right now, so let me know in the comments if I was blocking. You would see it better than I would. We'll review that after the race if I remember. That's a ways away, but I will try to remember. Certainly worth reviewing to see if I did anything there that would have caused that incident. So 60 laps, or 60 liters to fuel. That's a lot. We're gonna have to really run these tires down. I am really anxious to get them off the car, switch tires, get this wing replaced, and see what I can do to make up some time on the leaders. I'm losing so much time every lap. Like 5th place is a dream right now, kind of insane. But I am making some good ground in these technical sections. Clearly. The straightaways, I'm really down on speed. Not only from having slower entrances to the long straightaways, shitty exits out of the corners leading up to them, but just that wing damage in general. And I'm sure the tire dragging along as we go is certainly not helping. Rob making up some time behind as well. Really unfortunate. Hopefully I can just kind of maintain my position, but 7th place doesn't seem too far away from me. I'm not going to fight too hard. Like, I think I'm putting up reasonable times given the damage, but I am damaged. If I fight too hard, it could cause an unnecessary wreck, and I do not want to cause that. But let's just get another lap under our belt. So we have 36 liters of fuel. We need to add 60. I got to burn 21 liters. Sorry, 26 liters. What am I thinking? There's 70 that fit in the tank. I need to add 60, so I need 10 when I'm done. That's 3 1/3 liters a lap. 10 over 3 laps. 6 laps plus 6 more. 12 laps to go. Cool. 12 laps to go. That can't be right. Is this a double fuel? Did I do my math wrong? Is this a double fueled race? In which case I should have just been fuel saving the whole freaking time, and everyone behind who's putting up slower lap times is just gonna win because they're in fuel map 3 or 4? Oh my. Well, I am certainly burning more fuel being dragging this busted ass wing around. So we'll see. This could be a good lesson in doing your math correctly before you get into the race. And another good point for a spotter who can just sit there and do math and tell you what's right instead of me sitting here trying to do math while I'm driving this busted ass car around. The car I broke. Like, that's what I'm most upset about. I smashed that fucking wing right into the wall, messed up the wheel. I'm surprised it's driving as well as it is. But it is not great. There's a lot to be desired. Hopefully that wheel damage is not too bad, and as we switch tires, it's gonna be fine. But no sense letting this race go to waste. I took damage. I need to recover. There's good driving to be had, even though I have damage. It doesn't... Oh, well, I'm losing a lot of steering input there. And that is probably going to be Frankie making the pass on the button. But I'm going to hold the inside.
Stay on the right.
Frankie nearly entirely ahead. Can I get the throttle better? Yep, Frankie losing a little bit of... I think Frankie had a little bit of wheel spin there, and it was not just necessarily going wide, but Frankie should have a pass. Oh, no, really far behind. Did Frankie take damage or cut the track? That's 8/10. That's just a lot of time to fall back there. Really expected Frankie to be making the pass here into the hairpin and just pulling that off, so then I would be fighting Rob. But Frankie now has Rob not too far behind them, so it'll make the race a little bit more interesting. Obviously, I want the people behind me battling so that there's not as much of an impetus to get past me. They need to stay ahead of each other or try to pass each other. And I can just keep running my race first through here. Wow. Okay. Get the thing to rotate, use all of the wheel. Such a bad use of the steering inputs, but it's working. So much time lost through here. Or everyone's just honestly taking a better line than me through here. Both things can be true. But let's get a good line through here. Get on the throttle as early as we can without wheel spin. Running up towards one of my fast laps, which is slower than I would have expected to run in the primary tires. But, wing damage is going to do some things. So, 27 laps of fuel left. Oh, I see what I did wrong with my math. It was 3 laps to do 10 laps earlier, so it was 7 to go when I think it said 10. So there'll be about 3 laps of fuel left in the tank when I'll pit. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 10 laps left in the tank. I could have done it that way and gone backwards with it. Always fun to do math while you're trying to drive as fast as you possibly can. That's what makes these overlays so useful. You can get them to tell you the information you want. You just have to remember you want the information before you get in the race. They cannot tell you, well, I guess some of them can. Can't tell you what you want to know just by asking it. There are some voice-activated crew chiefs that will tell you what you need on request or on a button press. But putting up some faster laps here, so that is great. Just gonna try and stay in it. I will say the entrance to the pits here are kind of bananas. Probably gonna have to brake a little early given my damage, but have definitely smashed into the wall trying to push it as long as possible in practice, so hopefully not going to be doing that. Rob, Zachary, Kevin behind, pulling away from them, so that is great. Frankie staying right on our tail as I do my fastest lap of the session. Fantastic, and already a 10th up on that fast lap, all from carrying speed into that main corner, and that speed likely a result of all the fuel I'm burning, not necessarily extra skill I've acquired over the past 10-15 minutes. Alright, so 15 laps into the race. Got about 3-4 laps to go. I want to pit as early as possible, but I do need to burn more fuel. I think it'll be 3 laps at the line. So, let's see. That'll be extremely valuable, but Frankie will just get by me. I'll probably come out with Zachary and Rob there. Frick! I don't know why I said frick. I can swear. Fuck. Gonna stay to the left here. Yep. Yep. Oh. Frankie making a great move there. I don't necessarily think that was bad. There's no room for 2 cars there, but there clearly was. If you're willing to show each other some respect. I gave Frankie the distance they needed. Frankie left me plenty of space to come back in, so really appreciate that. And capitalizing on my mistake. Not wanting to dive in too far there. I messed up my line. But that's fine. I just want to stay, again, going as fast as possible, so when I do go into the pits, lose those 5 seconds for the wing repair and come out, I will be fine. What I need to keep in mind is how much more front grip I'm going to have coming out of the pits. Those first 2 laps in the primaries have been sketchy in practice, and I've just put, you know, it'll be 18 laps on these tires with the front just pushing like crazy. So really need to keep that in mind as we make our way around the track on those primary tires for the first time. Okay. Let's go as fast as we can. Keep hitting the speed limiter. It's not doing that. Let's see. Andrew, Lucas, Daniel ahead, making up great time. Frankie flying ahead. The only thing I'm maybe counting on here is when everyone switches to the alternate tires, are they going to have some severe fall off while I'll have more life left in those tires as we are flying around? And there are 2 laps left until I'm going to pit. This lap and 1 more. We should be golden. A little late on the brakes there. Let's get that car rotated, back on the gas. Okay, well, I'm going to just settle in for these next 2 laps. I will see you if something exciting happens, or when we are entering the pits. And then I'll probably, we'll see where we come out. If, I don't want to talk this whole dang race, but I might. So, see you shortly.
Clear.
Okay, we're in the pits, ready for primary tires. We're going to get almost a full tank of fuel. Let's just add, it's going to fill it right up to the limit. Come on, click over. There we go.
Pit boxing.
Going to lose 5 seconds for the wing damage.
5.
Where's my pit box? There we
3,
go.
2.
I
1.
could not see that.
Right
Let's...
here.
Braking too early.
We can repair most
Okay.
damage.
Wow, 1 minute 26 seconds worth of damage. That's heaps. Okay, good. I need the 5 seconds. It is a required repair anyway. So I'm on the gas. Let's get out as soon as possible. So there's a fresh wing. It's going to shift the aero balance. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. No one out on track right with us right now. But everyone else is going to need to pit just on fuel in the next 2 to 3 laps. So not expecting to make up a ton of time, but I do hope I can get a better out lap than what everyone else is. That was terrible. I want to put time on everyone. That way I'm not just coming out into the mess of things. But I got to figure out how this car drives now. Ugh, pushing out even without the wing damage. I am on the harder tire now, so a little bit less grip just in the tire. So let's see how it goes. All things considered, we got a few cars going into the pits here. Cars behind me mostly, it seems. Shit, that car really wanted to dance and swing around. So expecting everyone else to pit the next lap, most likely. Yeah, a lot of not feeling great going into these left-hand corners, but we'll see how we take it around. We're in 15th, but we were the first car to pit. Oh, where is everyone else? So these cars in the pits, not going to need to deal with them. I didn't see them behind me, at least. I don't think that I was going that poorly around everyone. Okay, leaders in the pits. That's wow, he's really close behind. I hope I don't get lapped. Obviously, a long pit lane. If everyone else can go faster through the pits, especially that pit entrance, there's a lot of time to be made up there, but I did not want to push it. So, let's see how this goes as we come around on everyone else here. Good news, my right side tire is going to be taking, right side front tire, taking a lot of the force into that big left-hander there where I was losing a ton of time earlier. So, hopefully that'll be fine as we just continue driving around, but just need to not spin the rears. Putting pretty quick laps up compared to my runs on the alternate tires. Only 500s, now even with that 16.5, so that's great. These are the kind of laps I was expecting to put up on the primaries anyway, but we'll see how that goes as things wear.
The car in front is pitting.
Vincent in the pits, so it looks like everyone else is going to do one more lap and pull that around before the race is over. So there's a 16.5. That's an awesome lap for the damage that I have and being on the primary tires now. Up into 12th. Let's see who... nope, everyone in front of us still needs to pit, so that's fantastic. I'm still looking at a top 10. It's gonna really depend on how it goes, but I'm aiming for that 5th spot again. That would be awesome to get back into 5th place. I just don't know how it's going to play out. There's a lot to be said, but I've got my primary tires activated. They are nice and grippy. They're nice and warm. Everyone who's pitting now is going to need that lap or two to get some heat into them and really be able to push them. So the more we can pressure them on these warmed up primary tires, the better. Wow, I'm going to be doing a 16 flat here, it looks like. Really starting to fly. This is awesome. Let's just keep the pace up. Did not check the tire damage yet. Let's see as we straighten out. 73, 74, not that bad. And still a pretty even distribution on that front left tire. So that is awesome. So Kevin Hayes, Joe behind us, they're starting to get out of their pits and start running. So let's see as we're coming out of the pits, still ahead of folks. That is awesome. That is fantastic news, especially since I was putting up faster laps than I was on those alternate tires. So up into 9th, Zachary in front of us. I believe Zachary's behind us, and Rob was behind us, now in front of us. So kind of a bummer, 5 seconds to make up there. But they're on the alternates too, so hoping those will wear out for them. I am expecting them to pull away after this first lap. They'll just need this very first lap to put some heat into those tires. That's why I'm gaining on them right now. But I do expect them to pull away for at least 6 laps, which is going to be cutting it close with only 17 laps to go in the race. Again, I want to put as much time on them as possible before the race is over. And, okay, Frankie in the pits. I'm expecting Frankie to come out way ahead, especially if Zachary and Rob are ahead. Yeah, Frankie already out of the pits. That is a huge lead, so good on Frankie. For these next couple laps, I think I'm going to let y'all go. We are in 8th, so that's top 10. That's awesome. That 5th place looking not too far away, but I'm going to really have to push for it and not put up slow laps like I am right now. So I'm going to let y'all go. I will catch you as we get closer to someone, as the race is about to end, as I spin, as something interesting happens. So I'm going to go heads down and try and get some faster laps and see you all soon.
Go left.
Alright, so Zachary just had a little spin. We got past them, so that's going to be 7th. Just lit those tires up a little bit too much. Small little incident. Nothing too crazy. Didn't really impact my lap. They looked pretty stuck, so I wasn't expecting them to come out behind me, or back up into me. I was able to just go a little bit wider there and avoid that if they happen to. But I will, again, see you shortly. There's, 6 seconds up to Rob, so got some time to close. Catch y'all soon. Okay, small update as we have 9 laps to go now. I'm slowly catching on Rob for 5th place. At least one of the leaders wrecked out. I don't know if it was both. I'd have to go back and check. Hopefully cutting in a little replay of that. I don't know where I pointed. Who knows if that's where it is? Probably above or to the side. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I was catching on Rob. Only 2.5 seconds to 7th behind me, so trying to hold that off. I do have a lot of push to pass left, but only 8 laps to go. My tires are feeling good. I think all of those alternates are starting to wear off a little, so I'm feeling good about what I'm going to be able to do with the rest of the race, but I don't know that I can catch Rob and get 5th place, but I am going to push for it. I'm going to try and get that 5th place with as much energy as I can, try and drive as fast as I can without binning this car, but also need to keep pace off of Joe, because if Joe catches up before I'm able to catch Rob, really just going to be battling Joe and not able to fight Rob at all, and we'll be stuck in 6th or 7th place as we go forward. So just a little update. Hopefully we'll be up battling with Rob soon, but probably just we'll see you at the end of the race, but see you shortly. Bye. Okay, so catching up on Rob, getting real close, 3.5 seconds. Oliver just let Rob by at an ideal time for Rob. Hopefully we're catching Oliver at an ideal time for us. Oliver just pulled over on a straightaway, which is perfect for Rob. Like, really, really well done. I think we'll be out of this technical section when Oliver has a chance to pull over, so that's good. Ah, shit! Push too wide, push too wide. Fuck, that's really gonna fuck my ability to catch Rob. That's a second and a half, 2 seconds down, 4.5 seconds to Rob now. And I was coming at a great time to have a pass from Oliver there. I overpushed it. It had nothing to do with Oliver, nothing to do with draft, nothing to do with nothing except my own skill. Just ran out of it there a little bit. Try and get a run on Rob here. We do have 7 push-to-passes left. I don't know that I have enough fuel to use them all, and we do have 3 laps to go at the line, but I was putting around a second a lap on Rob before that mistake, so depending on how Rob's tires are wearing now, maybe able to get a great pass coming into really the last lap. That might be, I might have cut that too much. No, okay, looking good. No off track, but 2.7, 2.8 seconds down. What a shit lap. All right, let's see if we can't get ahead of Oliver on this one without too much fuss. About the same distance as we were before, so just gonna run a quick lap and try and put some time on Rob, who's now 4 seconds ahead. So Rob's gonna really need to lose some pace for me to catch them. I think we'll just be close to that 5th position, which good for Rob. Fuck, I braked late again. All on me. Half a second down there from my fast lap, which I had been putting up fast lap, fast lap, fast lap. Though the push to pass always helps with that. So here's a straightaway. Is Oliver going to let me by like they did Rob? I'm 7/10 away. Is Oliver... What are you doing? That's interesting. I really expected Oliver to let me by like they did. Okay, that was fine. That was fine. Lost a little bit of time. I couldn't run as wide as I wanted to because I didn't expect Oliver to be slowing down as much as they did there, but in retrospect, that was a fine pass. Had I known it was coming or just pushed it and taken advantage of it, 4.7 seconds up to Rob with 2 to go. No fucking way I make that pass. Rob is gone, but I'm going to use as much push to pass as I can, trying to put some pressure on and see what we can do to make these last 2 laps count while Rob is on some really worn alternate tires. All in all, even 6th place is a really great recovery for that incident at the start. Just needed that little bit of time to kind of shake it off. Had some good battling in there. I do need to check on that incident and see what I could have done differently to change how that, I think it was Vincent behind us, how that played out. And if I had any role there, but we shall see. So making up a lot of time on Rob. This next lap is going to be just push to pass. Looks like I should have enough fuel to really let that go. So let's get on it now. As soon as we lift, it's going to be off, but we'll want to get on it again. So there, push to pass is off. Lift is over, pushing. So trying to make up as much time as possible. I don't think I can stay flat. Nope, got to lift. And going to get in the push to pass as we come out of this corner. Don't want to dive too deep. Want to just get a good exit. 3.5 seconds on that white flag. 3 seconds up to Rob. So let's see how this goes. Rob putting up some slower laps. But I just don't, like, that is too much time to catch. I think we can be right on Rob's tail going into the hairpin, but no way I'm going to be close enough to make a pass unless the pressure gets to Rob like that. Looks like Rob went off track there. It's going to cost them some time. So now I've got a place to take an advantage. Going to get on the push to pass. As soon as we're out of this corner, Rob should be a little bit worse off coming out of the corner. Oh! Hoo-hoo! Wrong time to do push to pass. Fuck. Okay, 7/10. Got 2 left. So when do I use them? I think coming out of the main straight and heading down into the hairpin, wanting to get in the gas. I lit my rear tires up. I'm a little too excited right now because this is getting interesting. So push to pass. Let's get as close as we can. Rob pulling away. That's 1 second, 1.10 seconds. Rob really holding on to it. So all Rob has to do is not make a mistake. I'm pushing too wide. I got too happy with it. Dang it. That was a good run. Even with that mistake Rob had, I should have been a little closer, but I didn't capitalize on it like I should have. Woo! Anyway, 6th place is a great finish given everything that happened. I'm really... I'm a little disappointed. I want to say I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm a little disappointed. I wish that I got 5th. I think I recovered well. I think I drove the car well, given the circumstances. You know, that could have gone a lot worse, but it was fine, all things considered. So, anyway, thank you for sticking around, and catch you in the next one. Bye.